Good afternoon. Did you miss me? Um, yeah, it's been a long, almost 2 months, right? But I'm here. I'm here to tell the tale, whatever that means. But to tell you the truth, I don't feel like I had a lot. I feel like I've just been stuck making the same things, working on the same things, and not getting anything done. After my last podcast, I got sick, and I feel like I was sick for like 2 weeks, maybe longer. I feel like it's taken me a long time to get over that, and I still have a bit of a cough. But oh my gosh, and I don't even remember what I talked about last time. But I do have a list of things so I don't forget anything. So, but if I repeated things, forgive me. Um, let's see. Spring break just happened here in are we North Central Kansas, and we had all the weather. We had all 4 seasons last week during spring break, which is usually how it goes. We had snow, we had wind. It was cold, like 17 degrees as a high. Of course, with the wind blowing, it always sent colder. And then a couple of days it got up to 80 and 90 degrees. And then the day after the 90-degree weather, we were back into the 30s, I believe. Maybe lower, but it's starting to warm back up. Then we had a few days of colder weather. Today it's supposed to get to 75, so I'm hoping for that. I need to get out of this place. These walls are closing in. So, but I've been getting stuff done. So, notice anything new? I can't remember if I even started this from the last podcast. But this is the Moby sweater. I wasn't going to talk about this yet. I was going to try to do more chit chat, but the sweater is just screaming at me to be talking about it. So this is the Moby sweater by Petite Knits. It's kind of I've always wanted to knit kind of a fisherman's sweater or something with cables. And anyway, and this looked fantastic, which I struggled with. I struggled with this big time. I started it over like 3 times. Every time I'd make a mistake and I didn't know how to fix a cable without ripping it back. So I know there's a way, but I don't know if I have the patience right now. Anyway, I would just start over. But the more times I started over, then I kind of perfected the pattern a little bit more. So, but once I got started, and keeping track of the lattice was hard too. But once I realized which direction the what would you call that? The slant or the twist of the stitch, I figured out which way I'm supposed to go without looking at the chart. Of course, I followed a chart, but yeah. So, but once I got the back has a million mistakes, but the front is nearly perfect. so, so anyway, it's a good sweater. It really is, and I love the way it fits. It has a nice big deep armhole. I got the sleeves long enough, which I was worried about that before I blocked it, and now it's been blocked. So the sleeves feel a good length. When I bound off the neck edge, the very last thing to do was to pick up stitches around the neck and then knit this ribbing, and then it's doubled. So you fold it over and then you know the thing. But I bound off too tight, and then I was I struggled to get it over my head. So I only had to take about half the stitches, and I just took a needle and just worked it back in. So anyway, I'm pretty happy with it. Like I said, there's mistakes on the back, so nobody's really going to know. After blocking, then it was less noticeable. Sometimes I feel like there's extra fabric and you can't really tell they're twisting. I don't know. Maybe it's just a shadow of it. Like right here. This looks fine, but see, then it looks. But it's a 10 stitch cable. It's a pretty wide cable. So, and sometimes I tried to pull, because sometimes when you make a cable, then there's a hole where you've twisted the stitches, and I didn't want the hole, so I pulled a little tighter than I should have probably. So maybe that's why it does that. The seed stitch is a double moss stitch, actually. There's places that I messed up. But again, they're on the back of the arm. You can probably see where I messed up, but at some point you have to just let it go. I just wanted to finish the sweater. And I did get to wear it while my husband was home, and there were some warmer mornings. We'd go out and sit on the patio, and I had just bound this off the night before, and it was still sitting on my ottoman, so I just picked it up and threw it on and went outside with my blankie, and it was so cozy and wonderful. Wonderful. So anyway, yeah, I'm happy I got this done. It was an obsession till I did get it done. But also, while I was knitting this, and my daughter got me involved in another knitting pattern, which is the I want to call it Scandinavian. It's not. It's called the Stockholm, the Stockholm slipover, which I knitted out of this pink yarn, and then I was almost done with it. I was working on the body going downwards towards the ribbing, and realized that the I had two different skeins of pink, and so I couldn't live with that. So I ripped it all out, and I had this yarn was left over from my my temperature blanket. I had almost a whole skein of it. So I knit the Stockholm slipover in this, it's Lion brand. It, is softer than Red Heart, but it's still, it's not wool, and I'm such a yarn snob. But I was so wanting to knit it and get it. I don't know. Why was I in a hurry to get it done? I don't know. And I blocked it, but the hem just wants to curl. But I bought this lovely shirt to go with it. I thought that would look pretty cool. It's pretty see-through, so you have to wear something over it. But I thought this was a great, I don't know. Anyway, yeah. So yeah, I probably won't ever wear it because the hem curls like that. And maybe if I made the hem longer, maybe it would have worked better. But the pattern says only do a 3/4 inch hem. So that's what I did. And I was running out of yarn. So I just needed to finish it. So I ordered more yarn for another one. So as long as we're talking about it, let's just get with it. So I found some, and I have my next dream. Can we call it a dream? I wanted to knit. This is the first skein almost out. I wanted to knit a cashmere sweater. I just want to knit a cashmere sweater. And I told my husband, I'm going to knit a cashmere sweater. That's my next. I got this one done. Now I want to knit a cashmere. So I found this 100% cashmere. It's 50 gram. It's a 50-gram ball, which is 216 meters, and I converted that to yards, and now I don't remember what it is, but it's Gizmo, 100% cashmere, and so soft, so super soft. But it's not. The pattern calls for DK or worsted. So this is not. This is a fingering, and it might even be a light fingering. So I thought, well, shoot. And I didn't want to have to double this because then I have to order more of it. So I was looking at my stash and I found this. This is Hobby Lobby yarn, soft and sleek. I knit another sweater out of this in kind of an emerald color. But this is pretty close to this. And this has some variations in it. And it's not bad. It's not bad together. So together, put this stuff back. Get over here to my knitting, which I needed to finish a row, looks like. You know, this, it's kind of, kind of seeing the sunlight coming through. There's a little bit of a variation in the color there. I have gotten this far, which I'm doing underarm increases before I join it together and then just knit it in the round. But the pattern, it's not hard, and I think you need to be a little bit more experienced, but maybe not. I feel like I have learned a lot, like the way they pick up the stitches. It's just so smooth and clean. Have I ever picked up stitches that smoothly before? I don't know. But it's almost invisible, and by the time you block it, it's really good. So there's some things you can learn in this too. So I'm still learning things. I am by no means an expert knitter, even though I feel like I've been knitting most of my life. But I really didn't start my serious knitting career. I started being more serious about knitting when I got married and had my first child. And then I started knitting for her, which was fun. And I knit myself a few things too. What else? What else about that? And I haven't worn a vest. I haven't worn a knitted vest since the 70s, because that's one of the things I knit for myself back in the day. So anyway, oh, but you know what? The first thing I finished this year were my trip socks. These are the socks. I guess I could have put them on a sock blocker. They're so much nicer on a sock blocker. But anyway, yeah, I got these socks done. And I wore them for the first time. They were on my table. I wasn't going to wear them until I did another podcast. And then finally one morning my feet were cold, and so I came in here and got them and wore them and realized there was a hole right here. Why did I drop a couple of stitches? That seems odd. But there's a hole right there. So I've got markers right here holding the stitches till I get around to fixing it. But I have extra yarn, so I'm just going to take this yarn and a needle and work it back and forth till it's secure. And it's on the top part of the foot, so it's nothing I will feel when I wear them. So when I get done here, I'm going to fix those. My feet are a little cold right now, and it's March. I should be wearing green socks. But yeah. And I probably, on my trip, I got started and I got past the heel and did a few more rows. of this, and that's as far as I got on the whole trip. And most of that got done um, on the plane ride home because it's like 8 hours. Okay, let's see. Tuck. Okay, and those are the only items I've got done. Yeah, so, but this was a big one. And I've knit like 3 of those. If you want to count the sweater, I practically knit for my daughter too. She was making this. She is a beginner knitter. She knows how to knit. She's a beginner knitter. Basically, she gets, I didn't want her to stress out. I wanted her to enjoy the process, but she wouldn't have gotten through the picked up stitches, joining, I don't know. I feel like in the short rows, I mean, there was a lot in there. And she went on a trip, and I said, "Can I work on your sweater while you're on your trip?" She goes, "Sure." So I practically knit the whole thing, and I joined it at the underarms. And so her job is to knit from here to here. And then I'll have to teach her. I got to teach her to pick up the stitches. And maybe she already knows. Maybe she could learn to do that. I mean, how do you learn? And all you have to do is want to. That's it. That's it. You just have to want to. And of course, there's plenty of YouTube videos out there. Yeah. And sometimes it's trial and error or practice. I mean, it's fun. It's just fun. Creating is fun. Okay, let's move on. I did buy some more yarn. When I ordered this yarn, my cashmere yarn. Was that before or after? I don't remember. Anyway, I went to our local yarn shop, which is in Manhattan, Kansas. There's not one in this town. Thinking I'm going to buy for another one of these. And I saw this Malabrigo. And I couldn't really find what I wanted, but I did like this. And I don't think I've seen this color before. This is Rios, and it's color 283 Virgo. It's got so many, I love it. But now that I'm not using it for the vest, I mean, what am I going to use it for? What else can it be using forest skeins? Oh my gosh. Why do I love the smell of yarn? Most yarns smell good. My cashmere does not smell very good at all. But anyway, I'll think of something. I don't know. It'll have to sit on my shelf for a while. But so I bought this yarn. I'm supporting my local yarn store. That's what I'm doing. Okay, so there's that. And then Yarn Cafe Creations is having a site-wide sale. I bought this yarn before I learned why she is having the sale. And she's having the sale, and you know, when you're small business and self-employed, you don't have insurance. Well, you have insurance, but I mean, maybe you have insurance. I'm hoping you have insurance. But yeah, apparently her insurance doesn't cover if she has insurance. But I bought, because I did a test knit for her several years ago. Sorry, I had to get that crinkling out of the way. So I did a test knit for her several years ago, and just right after I retired, I'm like, hey, maybe I have time to test knit. So anyway, And I bought this color to put in that sweater. And I'm in love with it. I just am in love with it. But anyway, so I bought 2 skeins. I felt at the time I could only afford 2 skeins. But these were $20 a piece. Maybe they were $10 off. I don't know if they were quite $30 a skein, but for hand-dyed yarn. So anyway, I wanted to grab these before they were gone. It's called Ballerina. And, oh, I didn't finish telling you my story. So, sorry, I keep leaning in and backing up. Sorry, I'm probably just making you dizzy. She needs cataract surgery, and her eyesight is just getting worse and worse. And for somebody who dyes yarn, you don't want that. So she decided she's going to sell all the yarn and then just start completely over with new colors, whatever. So that's in itself kind of exciting. But the reason that she has, and I would like to buy more, but I don't know. It's hard. It's hard, especially if you don't know what you're going to make with it. Sometimes I'm just in the mood for pink, and I never have anything pink. So anyway, Yarn Cafe Creations. You can find her on Instagram, and she has a website. This is called Cafe au Lait DK Weight Foreplay. 100% superwash Polworth wool. Not sure what that is, but these are 245 yards. Anyway, I'm going to enjoy them for a while before I decide what to knit with them. And also with her yarn, she sends a stitch marker. And this might be one of her own creations. It's I think she dabbled in some polymer clay at one point. If I can get this open. Pretty sure it's polymer clay that she made herself. Well, apparently I can't get it open, but here's her little, yeah, it's probably backwards. yarncafecreations.com. I like her little logo with a cup of coffee. Something near and dear to my heart, coffee. Okay, what's next? Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry for this mess. I keep thinking I'm coming in here and straighten things up, take everything off the shelves and put them back nicely, but so far it hasn't happened. It hasn't happened. I did dig out some of my old knitting. This lamb, these patterns are available on Ravelry. This was it's beyond me right now. My words don't come to me nearly as fast as they used to. Shetland Wool Week. Every year they put out a hat pattern, and so I knitted that one. It was so cute. And then the dead fish pattern, I knit from, I believe I knit from, not the Noro yarn, but it's a Noro knockoff and a lot cheaper. I think it was a Plymouth yarn. Name of it isn't coming to me. I'll have to look at it on my Ravelry page, my projects. Okay, let me look at my list. What have I got going here? Okay, things I'm working on. I have a Ruth cardigan, which I have showed the squares for, the crocheted. I did send that to my daughter. I got frustrated trying to crochet as you go, I mean join as you go, joining the squares together. So I took it to her house. I'm hoping she'll work on it. I don't think she has yet, but I'm hoping she will work on it. And someday maybe I'll have that to show. I mean, she's just joining them together, and then I still have to do ribbing. Okay, my WIPS. Stockholm Slipover, I've already showed it. Then I'm making, let's see, I've got a stack of stuff here. What's in here? Let's just see what's in this one. Yes, I started, it's called Poncho Meschenspiel. This is all the farther I've gotten on it. This will be a travel project I'll take with me. It's just going to be, I have so much sock yarn. I was trying to open this up so I can just show some of the colors I'm going to be working with. I have so much more, but yeah, it's going to be, well, and it has sleeves. It does have sleeves in it, but it's worked from, say, top over your shoulder and back. Or is this just the front? Now I don't remember. It's been a while since I cast that on and knitted on it. So that's kind of that's going to be an ongoing project, but trying to use up some of that sock yarn. And then another WIP, which, you know, I should have had this done. This was probably the first thing I've started in my pile, but this is, I have to look and remember what it's called. I didn't even write that down on my list. But this, I'm just working on the sleeves. It's done. This is my Highland thistle sweater. It doesn't look like much because it's not blocked yet, but that is supposed to be a thistle. And it's hard to tell right now. After blocking, it'll look a whole lot better. But I'm on the first sleeve. I'm on the first sleeve. And I am knitting this out of alpaca. Do I have a, yes, I have a label. Juniper Moon Farm Harriet Fine. It's a baby alpaca blend with nylon for stability. It has, I was going to see how much is in a skein. 461 yards. And I think I'm still going to have some left over, but why can't I just finish this? Why? Okay, that's going to be a summer. I think that'll be a summer. Okay, we got to get that finished. And it's lightweight. It's not bad. But it's super soft. I love knitting it. Yeah, sleeves are hard though, aren't they? Okay. Those, oh no, wait, what? No, okay. My next category, it's going to be called rips. I have my WIPS and I have my rips. This is going to be a rip, I believe. I started this last year. I made one and not crazy about the color. I'm knitting this out of some scrap, no, that's not scrap yarn. Stash yarn, Biocesia 5. It's a cotton. It's super soft. And this was going to be, I got one side done. Oh no, this is the side I'm working on. Yeah. So you make two squares like this, or rectangles, whatever you call it. Sew them together at the shoulders and underarm, and it's like You pop it over a sleeveless dress or something like that. But now, do I want to finish it? I should. I'm so close. I'm so close. But now I'm thinking I want to knit a poncho, something like this. But you've seen the ponchos where you just knit a rectangle and then you have a space for your head. You could turn it sideways. You turn it sideways and where it's square on the bottom and it covers your arms, or turn it the other way and it's more like a poncho. You've got some arms sticking out, but it's, do you even know? Anyway, but I like this color a lot better. The other color I made was kind of white. It's not even a whole nice white. So I either need to finish it. I kept thinking I'm going to, maybe I'll go ahead and finish it. I don't know, and make a poncho out of something else. I have plenty of other yarns I could make a poncho out of. So maybe, we'll see. We'll see what happens. Stay tuned. Okay. Next up is, and this is a rip. It will be a rip. I haven't ripped it because, oops, I've got my crochet hook in here. Because I started it and I'm making my husband a sweater. And he's a large fella, but he's concentrating on losing some weight. So I'm trying to think of, I'm trying to figure out, do I want to make it smaller and it could be a goal sweater? I don't know. After finishing this one, it's like, you know, and it really was fun. It goes fast because it's not boring. It's not boring. You've always got something to do on it. And this is how much of the sweater I got done. And it's just a plain sweater. And I've already deleted the pattern because it's just, I don't like it. I mean, it's okay. And it was also a free pattern. But this is how far I've gotten on it. And this was a lot of knitting. It's just a lot of knitting. But I don't love it. You have to love what you're working on, right? So I'm ripping this, and I'm gonna knit him one of these. Or Petite Knits has a man version, but what's different? What would be different on the man version? Oh my gosh, now I got the hiccups. I don't know. I don't know what would be different. I mean, when she writes a pattern, she writes up to like size 5 extra large. So, though my husband isn't a 5, he would probably be a 3 extra large. Yeah, and this is some more of that Lion Brand respun. And I had so much of it, I bought it for a blanket and decided I'm going to be knitting this blanket for the rest of my life, and I ripped it out. And now I have all this yarn, and I ordered more of this yarn. So I have plenty of this yarn. And plus, in one skein has 658 yards. So I'm a yarn snob. My husband probably doesn't care, though. When you wear something wool, you appreciate it more. Is that not true? But this is tough. This will be tough for him. And even if he's driving a bus next year, it'll keep him warm. Those buses get very cold. Yeah, they have heaters, but yeah, we're just going to rip that out. Yeah, the buses have heaters, but you open and close that door. I mean, they're so large. That bus never gets warm. Never. Never. What else? Oh, I was going to show this yarn because this is what I made this out of. It is Lima Drops. It's wool and alpaca. It says it's wool and alpaca for every day. And it is 109 yards, 65 wool and 35 alpaca. It's pretty soft. It's fuzzy. Looking at it, you can see all the fuzz coming out, but it confuses me sometimes because I knit so much of my own hair into a sweater or anything I knit. I'm not sure what's alpaca or what's my hair because it's the gray ones that are falling out. But I love the super, I don't know if you can see any fuzz. You see any fuzz? I don't know if you can see the fuzz or not. Anyway, it's so soft. I might just keep this out and wear it when I get cold this summer. I get cold under the air conditioning sometimes. Or if I'm traveling in a car, I get cold because my husband likes it super cold. And when I go visit my daughter, I mean, it's like frigid air in their house. You have to wear pants. I went to go visit her one time and I flew out. And all I brought was shorts because it was hot. It was going to be hot. And all I brought was shorts. I think it was August. And I was freezing in her house. And my husband was going to drive out at the end of the week. And I said, please bring me some pants. I need some long pants. And maybe a sweater or a jacket. So anyway, that's what happened. But when I thought I was going to run out of this, because this was taking more yarn than I thought, as it turns out, I probably would have only needed one or two more skeins. But since I didn't know how this was going to match up with a new batch of yarn. So I just ordered a whole bunch of extras. So I thought, well, with the new yarn, I'll just knit the sleeves because that's where I was. I just needed enough for the sleeves. And so each sleeve probably took 2 skeins each, I think. But now I have a whole bunch left and I have like 13 skeins of this left. So I can still knit probably another sweater. I'm excited about that. So, but which one? Which sweater do I want to knit? And is it bad that I just want to knit with sweaters now? I have enough socks. I have enough scarves. And yeah, I don't mind knitting, if my other family members want something. But I feel like they probably feel like they have enough too. Or maybe they're not even wearing them. I don't know. But yeah, so soft. I love it, love it, love it. Okay, is that it? Oh, sorry, I'm shaking. Oh, shaking. Shaking everything. I'm a little bit crooked too. Well, I'm at 38 minutes and my goal is always 30 minutes. So I am overdue to stop talking. So anyway, yeah, hopefully I'll get some more stuff done so I feel like I have something to show. So really sorry. I mean, you probably didn't even notice. I don't know why to say that. I have to stop talking because sometimes I'm a loose cannon and I don't know what's going to come out of my mouth. These are not new glasses, by the way. I bought the glasses that you could buy. I mean, I usually wear them like this. I love the clear frames, but I bought these toppers to go on top. I also bought the sunglass toppers, and I thought, well, why do I need the sunglasses? And I've never used them either because, I mean, you can't drive in them. I don't need glasses to drive in. I just need readers um, because I had cataract surgery. Wonderful, wonderful thing. Okay, peoples. Okay, please, please, you made it this far. Please comment if you can. You know, when I'm on other people's and I try to comment, it won't let me. Their comments are turned off or something. So they say everybody else comments, but I for some reason I can't ever get a comment in. But if you can, please leave a comment. Um, if you can't, just like it. Just like it. You don't have to subscribe. Just like it. That helps me know that somebody's out there and I'm not just talking to my iPad like a crazy woman. So, okay. Oh, I also want to add that I've been practicing my ukulele. So, one of these days, when I feel that I've learned one song well enough, maybe I'll play you a tune. I don't know. And now all of a sudden, I'm wanting a new ukulele. I have a soprano ukulele, and I would like at least a concert, or is it a tenor, the next step up? Just because these old hands, I mean, it's when you're fingering notes, it's hard to fit. Is it the D chord, especially? You have to fit 1, 2, 3 fingers right next to each other on a tiny space. So maybe if the fretboard was a little larger, then perhaps I could finger it easier. Anyway, okay, I'm going to stop talking now. So I love you all. Please comment or whatever. Just let me know you're out there. All right, love you.